Going that fast.
Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. This is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Clemson Tigers and the Auburn Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, the Tigers head coach told me pregame, this is obviously a huge matchup. With the 5-game winning streak on the line, they understand that they are facing one of the best teams in the country. A top 25 matchup. He's been warning his team all week in practice. Do not take them lightly. They want to be 1-0 after this week and keep the streak alive. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Gets rid of it. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. At the 30. Inside the touchdown, Clemson. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And he's not going to take the touchback. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. The give to the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
That's a really good job by this defense because second and short, a lot of times, you're thinking pass. You're thinking they're going to try to make that big play because they're set up in a good spot. They did a great job still getting penetration, shutting down the run. Now, third and short time. Probably expecting another run again. Who's going to be the most physical team?
On third down, here's Washington. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game, and there's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
Down and touchdown right out of the chute. They'll try to keep their first drive alive by converting on fourth down from their own territory. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Runs through a tackle. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And the Tigers with the 1st and 10. Running right, Bryson Washington. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The short hands, it's Eccles. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Delayed give, it's Washington. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last fourth down.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. In the backfield, it's Skinner. Could not make his way to the corner.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in zones. You got to get him involved.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. From the gun, it's Davidson. Brought down.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come-to-Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Makes the catch near the 50. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Out wide right, it's Washington. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator, giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Washington. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
The Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. On third down, here's Washington. Takes it down to the 41-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Rushes on. Unleashes it on the run. He's got it down the field. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll take the penalty and move them back. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Here's a give to Washington. And he's brought down after a short gain. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency for the second half of the season, David. I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out, not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They need a huge play on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
Second down, gonna throw it. Got a man, it's Eccles. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on third down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. Left side is Washington. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
That is a play the offense absolutely had to have. They're trailing, right? This is a big 3rd down, but what a great job by the QB and his target being on the same page, hooking up for that big-time play. Now they're in the red zone, and all of a sudden they got a chance to score a touchdown here and make this thing interesting.
Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Tigers!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And they did tack on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Quick give. It's Davidson.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Motion from the wideout. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Nowhere to go.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. This is a designed run. Works it ahead for 6 yards on the play. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and it also takes us to the 2-minute timeout. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Now you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you get a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Wants to go up top on second down. Dangerous throw on that one.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They were hoping for a little more, but it could have been worse as the punt goes out of bounds, and they'll put it in play around the 45-yard line. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Making the adjustment on the play. Wants to throw one first. Looking for a big play. Gets it inside the 15. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Out wide left, it's Washington. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tiger.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davidson. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Sells the fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Denson. Right side, it's Wesco. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Long way to go on second down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Not a lot of room to work. He made sure that football was secured. It'll be third down.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. Let's start with Cincinnati taking on the number 21 team, the Kansas Jayhawks. And it's Cincinnati coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. This ball club now stands at 6 wins. They've ensured themselves at the very least of a 500 regular season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
It's Singleton. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind.
Here's a give to Washington. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Making the adjustment. 2nd down, going to throw it. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Running inside. It's Washington. Picked up maybe 3 on the play. It's 2nd and 7.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Washington again. Makes one man miss. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Fresh center downs going to the air. Unloads to the right. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. The defense set them up with a turnover and now to try to cash it in. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's past the marker. Turning it on. The 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He doesn't get it back to the 25. He's out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Caught, it's Singleton. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Here's a give to Washington. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And after that play, there is a Tiger who has yet to get up. We'll check on his status, but at the moment, we'll take a timeout. Needing a conversion, Auburn comes to the line on 4th. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. The give on 4th down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Love the play call here. Love the decision to go RPO on 4th down. You're giving yourself options, but right here, you're just trusting in your offensive line and your running back to go get you the 1st down. Well done.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. They go to the counter.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Tigers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Pack's got it on the screen. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling.
Well, they pick up the 1st down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the 1st.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Give to the running back. He's brought down at the 6th, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
And I think this is starting to get really frustrating for this defense, man. This is a drive that they're putting play after play together. And you finally force the 3rd down, and they get the 1st down again. And so starting to sub some bodies because they're getting a little bit tired. They've got to find a way to get a 3rd down stop.
Both of these teams off to perfect starts in conference play, and one trying to stay atop the heap. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Swamped immediately.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times on these goal-to-go situations. 1st and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to the passing game?
Both these teams unbeaten in conference play, and the shape of the race will unfold here in the final moments. Got it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down.
Well, I love the idea by the offense here on 3rd down close to the goal line, trying to get one of their best playmakers in space with the push pass. But I love the defense, understanding where the ball is, great eye discipline. They rally to it, and they get the TFL now setting up 4th down.
And he got it! And now they regain the lead.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the 4th quarter. Go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. After giving up that field goal, they find themselves trailing and trying to do something about it on this drive. Out wide right, it's Wesco. Turns it on in midfield. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Straight ahead, it's Davidson. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. They give it to him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The crowd gets behind this defense. On the move. He's got the first down. Could be an alley. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. Going to the run, it's Davidson. Touchdown, Clemson! They move on top here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Quarterback changing the play. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Drops back on first down. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
2nd and long here. off play action. Takes the easy throw in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game. But it all comes down to this play right here.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Clemson calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He's changing the play. Snapped on fourth down. Shoots it to the left. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only one possession on fourth down, it looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Using his legs, it's Davidson. Wrestled down at the 8.